What's going on, guys? Back with another one. And I just watched Final Destination Bloodline, starring Caitlin Sanawana. Easy name to say. Easy name to say. Just a lot going on there. T.O. Briones and Richard Harmon. First of all, two-parter. Okay, two-parter on this one. Because yes, you saw the Dr. Doom shirt. And honestly, I was never originally a big Dr. Doom fan. He was cool and everything, but not to the point of how other people pump him up to be. They really love Dr. Doom out there. They really love this villain. He's the best. He can do no wrong to anyone. Even though he's a villain. So I am slowly getting convinced that they might be onto something. All right, I've heard some storylines, and so I'm not really into the lore of Fantastic Four that hardcore to where I just know all about Dr. Doom like that. Okay, let's just let you know right now. I've watched the movies and all that, and I saw the cartoon back in the day, but not a huge Fantastic Four fan. Still gonna see the movie though. Still gonna see that movie. First of all, part 2. Final Destination has been through its fair share of sequels.
There are so many.
So many.
Enough!
Yeah, man. First they were on a plane. Then they were on the highway with the log going through their head. Then there was a roller coaster. Bear with me here. I might not be going in chronological order. After the first two, there was a roller coaster. Then there was a racetrack situation that went down. Okay, and then somebody on a bridge got messed up. The bridge cracked open and everybody's like, and all that crap. Then the other one or two, I just don't recall how that started off before the Bloodline kicked in. Okay, I just don't remember how all that went. But so it's just, my whole point is this. The 1 and 2 were probably the best ones in the franchise. Those are the ones that kicked it off like the football. All right, it kicked it off properly. I think after a while, it gets the whole Saw treatment where now you're just in it for the kills. You're just in it for the unique kills. Okay, and then after a while, yes, it gets a little stupid when you make 1,000 sequels of the same movie. All right, that's all I'm saying. So we're gonna figure out what this falls under, what catalog or category Deadline,
now listen,
Bloodline,
get it together,
falls
man.
under. Is it over here or is it over there? We're gonna find out right now. Okay. Final Destination Bloodlines. For those that don't know, for those that are not aware, you've seen the trailer. You've seen the trailer. Don't act like you've never seen that trailer with the tattoo parlor, which I'm going to talk about later on. You've seen it. Okay, you know what? You've seen it like real quick. You have to really be interested in the Final Destination comeback to click on that trailer. All right. You have to really be paying attention because it really wasn't all over the place. So I'm going to have to give you a little pass there for this time around. All right. Next time, no mercy. No mercy at all. All right. Final Destination Bloodline. It's pretty much about this girl named Stephanie who has this premonition of someone in her family, or something dealing with her life, her related life, of a woman who back off in the 1930s or 60s or something like that, all right, goes with her husband or her baby daddy up to this skylight, skybox kind of thing going on. A big old building with one elevator to go straight up to the top. They're having this big, huge throwdown party, performances, all kind of things going on. You know, the kind of performances where they have the black performers and they're the only. No, that's not true. There were other black people there, but yeah, it's still in that era. But yeah, they had that going on. Everybody's dancing, enjoying themselves, but except for her, because she's having this bad feeling that something is gonna happen if she doesn't do something to prevent this. Okay, she's having this irk in her stomach, besides the baby that's on the way as well. Okay, and then towards the end of that premonition, of course, like in a true Final Destination fashion, everyone gets jacked the hell up at the beginning of this movie. Okay, and then Steph wakes up. Her roommate tells her to shut the hell up or get the hell out of the house, which is understandable. She goes home to her other family on the other side. It's a very complicated situation here, man. And you know, with her half brother and half sister and other brother, and you know, her aunts and all this going on, and the uncle. And she tries to warn them that, hey, I saw a vision of somebody in the past. Grandma, somebody like, I think it's grandma. Grandma, she had a whole situation. I want to talk to you about that. What am I seeing? They kind of deny it. They don't know what the hell she's talking about. They look at her like she's crazy. Okay. She actually ends up going to meet grandma in her little bunker, her crazy woman bunker. All right. Back off in the woods somewhere. Her grandma breaks the entire story down, gives her the book. All right. Lets her know what's going on with this whole situation. She doesn't believe it at first. So grandma does something drastic, which I'm not going to mention right now. And from there on, she is trying to prevent the rest of her family from getting all tangled up in this Final Destination web. And that's the plot of the movie. It is. Positives. A few of the kills in this movie were pretty good. I'll say the beginning of the movie, especially the beginning of this film, was insane. Like all Final Destination movies, they always go almost the hardest. Almost. No, that's not true. We had some ones that where the other deaths after that exceeded the intro. But in this case, I think the best deaths were in that first scene of the movie. It was just all kind of chaos going down. Cracked glass floors by coins that I don't know how the hell physics even achieved that. But yes, it was very interesting to watch. People catching on fire, people getting thrown out the building somehow. Physics, the law of physics once again. Okay, all kind of crazy crap going on. You're on the edge of your seat, wondering what's going to happen next. It really had my heart pumping, had my heart going, because I was just, oh man, everybody's just all over the place right now. It's all kind of chaos and turmoil in this first scene, and you're wondering what's going to happen to the pregnant woman.
I'm pregnant.
And something crazy happens. Okay, not gonna get into that, but yeah, that first scene was the hardest, the hardest in the movie. Another positive: the brothers Eric and Bobby added a whole lot of comedy relief to this movie. When she goes down there to meet her uncle's family and her half cousins, or all the way cousins, I'm saying half cousins. You know, the two brothers, their whole dynamic in this movie is hilarious because you have the older brother Eric, which doesn't give a damn about anything, pretty much, and then you have the younger brother Bobby, who's just so dumb and lightheaded, to say the least. Very lightheaded, like maybe he's been smoking a little too much or something. I don't know, but every time those two have any kind of conversation or they talk to each other, it's always the older brother just kind of not belittling him, but like, because he's an older brother, he feels like he knows better and he knows best, and he just pulls the guy around like a little kid, like a little 10-year-old, man, throughout the entire movie. Well, you know, the parts that they might be in or what have it. But yeah, I like their dynamic, and they're just a good duo for this film. All right, another positive, or my last positive. The choice of music in the tattoo parlor scene was almost perfect, picture perfect to the ears. All right, you've seen the trailer, you've seen the song that they're playing, Without You by, is it Harry Nilsson? Crazy name. But yes, the Harry Nilsson sings that song. You all know it. If you're an old head, you're like me, you already know about this song for years and years and years. And just the fact that they played this song on a Final Destination, potentially a death scene or whatever's going to happen there. And he's in that parlor, and the chains are wrapping around this man's nose, and he's getting pulled up, and the fire starts, and there's just all kinds of chaos going on in that dang parlor. And all the while they're singing, I can't live without you. And it's almost ironic. Not ironic, but maybe it's on point. It's on point. It's pretty much on point with the scene. I can't live. And so you guess what's going to happen, you know, or might happen. Or I'm not saying too much, but something is potentially going to take place in that tattoo parlor. And the music is just right there to guide you through this agonizing scene of pain and wondering why am I not able to get out of this situation? Why all of a sudden have the doors locked to my tattoo parlor? Why is my nipples and my nose, or whatever the hell, my nose is clenched to these chains for some reason, and the ceiling fan? Crazy. Now, that's another good kill. Well, that's another interesting scene. I'll put it like that. Negatives. Okay. The CGI was complete and utter trash. The CGI kills. This is something I want to say about this. I do not want to see a bunch of CGI deaths when I'm watching a Final Destination movie. I don't want to see CGI deaths at all in any horror movie. At all. I don't want to see that.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, it looks so bad. It takes away from the thrill of the kill in the film. All right? It makes it look so cartoonish.
This thing looks like
in the original 1, 2, and 3 at least, if they had any CGI, it was very low, very minimum. A lot of that was practical effects. I prefer practical effects, okay? We don't need the other crap in a horror movie. It's so bad. It's so so bad. It takes a lot of points off for me in a horror movie. I'm just gonna say that right now. All right. Negative number 2. I hate to say this, but then I also love to say this. Some movies need at least one A-list or B-list actor. That was not this movie. And it's no disrespect to any of the actors that act and actresses that might have had something going outside of this movie that I don't know about at all. I have no idea it's going down. All right. I have to look it up if you have something else going on big in your life. But in this movie, I don't know any of you. I've never heard of any of these actors and actresses in my damn life. Most of the Final Destination movies I've seen have had at least one. And then this one comes along, and the only one is the Candyman guy. Spoiler alert, it already popped up. It should pop up. The Candyman guy is in there. He was another one in Final Destination a while back, so it's kind of like a throwback to the memory. All right, and it was good to see him in there, but was it worth it? Did that make any difference? It really didn't. It really didn't make a difference. I need at least one more, because that's not gonna do it by itself. The way he was introduced in there, and then how he did his outro. Yeah, not even that helped. Not even that helped. A lot of bad acting. A lot of bad acting. The lead actress is so annoying. So damn annoying. I would have shut that. Somebody would have shut that down a long time ago. All right. Last negative. Besides the Without You song and the tattoo scene, the rest of the soundtrack was garbage. Complete, total trash. I don't like the cartoonish score in the background of some movies. They did it in a couple of MCU movies as well, like Ant-Man and stuff like that. And it makes it seem so damn goofy. It's so goofy, and it takes away from the scare, the horror in a horror movie. In a horror movie, I don't need to hear do 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 the whole damn movie. It doesn't do anything for me. I can't take it serious. None of that. I can't take any of that seriously. I need more dreadful horror, spine-chilling music in the background. It takes away from me. And because of all that, I have to give this an eh. Yeah, just the eh. The best thing about this is the intro to the movie. And then, the comic stylings of Eric and Bobby help me through the rest of that. Other than that, no. And the CGI death, stop doing that. Stop doing that crap. Never do it again. If you do another Final Destination from this point on, never do that again. Press that like button, share. You know what you need to do.